Hey there, it's Desiree Wolfe here, sassy mama CEO of the Mama Owned Business. Hey, this is video number 2 in my GetResponse how-to series. Today, I'm going to walk you through how to send an email to people who haven't taken a certain action. So for this example, earlier I scheduled an email to go out to the entire list. Now what I want to do is send out an email to go out to everybody who didn't click the links that were in that email. So for example, the first email that I sent out was asking people to register for a webinar that is promoting somebody else's event. So I don't have control over of knowing who registered, okay? So what I'm going to do is I sent out email number 1, which is to, hey, everybody, take a look at this event. Well, I don't want to email the people who took action and who clicked the link to register. So now the second email that I'm going to send out is only to people who did not click the link to register for the event, okay? And so I'm going to walk you through just how to do that in the GetResponse email marketing service provider system. All right, okay, so let me switch screens here. I'm going to do a screen share and take you over to GetResponse. Okay, so we are now at the GetResponse dashboard. This is what you see as soon as you log in. You can see add contacts, create web form, create newsletter, create landing page. And just like I said in the first video, always make sure that you're in the correct campaign. That just make sure that it's scheduling your emails in the appropriate fields and the appropriate lists. This being in the current campaign on this screen for creating your newsletters doesn't really affect who it's being sent to, but it does affect how it catalogs and how it archives the email. So always just make sure that you're in that current campaign. Okay, let me switch to the correct screen myself here. Okay, so now you should be able to see my arrow, and then this is that campaign I was talking about. So what we're going to do to figure out who did not click the link, so we're going to do search contacts, and without fail, somebody sends me a text message on my computer while I'm doing videos, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to do view all contacts. So here's the search contact screen. And then this is everybody in the database, and it's going to show every list that they're a part of as well. So what we're going to come over here and we're going to make sure that we have, since the last email went out to all campaigns, we're just going to go ahead and leave select all selected. But if we only wanted to choose people from 1 or 2 or just the main campaign, this is where it would be done. Autoresponder sequence. Now here's something to keep in mind. You don't want people who are receiving autoresponders. So if they just signed up yesterday for the newsletter or for my free 10 rebellious online strategies, we don't want to be emailing them a bunch of times in addition to other stuff. We want them to enjoy what they signed up for without being swamped. So we are going to select all results selected, not receiving autoresponders, because then this will leave out the people who are receiving them. Okay, and then you see this number will change. And then subscription date of all time, we want to include anybody. So then we're going to click this add condition. And we are going to select, right here it says match any of the following, and you can change that to all of the following or any of the following, depending on the selection that you're making. So right now we're going to change this field. So match any of the following, link not clicked, because we remember we want to email the people who did not click the link in the previous email. So link not clicked, and now we're going to select it was a newsletter email. And then the email that we sent out was this one right here, 2015-02-11. And then it's all links. So we want to make sure that this includes all the links that were included, and they haven't clicked it at all. So then you see this number drops down drastically to 4,511. These are all of the people, and then we're going to hit search. Sorry about that. These are all of the people who did not click the link. Okay, so the email was sent out and nobody on this list clicked any of the links. And these are the people we want to say, hey, here's another opportunity for you to sign up. So we're going to select choose all, and this will select all pages and all people. We're going to click actions, and then we want to select send message. Ooh, my screen here is. We're going to select send message. It's going to say, are you sure? And then we want to click yes. Now what this is going to do is it's going to select only the people that did not click the link in the first email. So then it brings you to the standard create newsletter page. So we select new email creator. And just like the steps in the previous email or the previous video, we're going to walk this through. So the message name, let's go back over here to our message. Let's see, and this will be sent on the 13th. So we're going to name this 201502. And I'm actually going to plug this in so it keeps the same. And I just like to name it something that tells me what it is. So JV means what type of email is it. If it was an email for promoting my own product or my own event, it would be IH for in-house. Gen F, that's just so I know who we're promoting. What kind of promotion is it? Email only? Are we doing a webinar? And then, you know, a clue about what the product is. So TCA, that would be the client angel. And then this date right here is the date of the actual webinar. So then the subject line, and nobody sees this message name. This is only seen internally. And that's just referenced so you can see what you're mailing out. If you have your own system, that's great, but try and keep it uniform because it will sort your emails categorically and alphabetically. Okay, so I have my subject line here. I like to pre-create everything into my email so I'm not fumbling around for it. So the subject, are you chasing cold customers? So we're just going to plug that in. We're going to leave the from, it's coming from Desiree Wolfe. We're going to turn on the Google Analytics. Yes, we want to click the track throughs. And no, we're not going to publish and share because we have a separate social media campaign set up. Then we click next step. And then this brings us to the templates page. And we already have a template. So we're going to click My Templates. And then we're going to use the email newsletter template. And then this has the correct header. It's a message from Desiree. It's got the sample text right here. So we're going to come over here, just like we did in the first email. We're going to have to pull all of this in and then format it, which is such a bummer, but that's just the way that GetResponse is. So I just went over to my email, I copied it, and then I'm going to do a paste. And then now we have to kind of clean it up. We're going to highlight Customer Service Queen, and let's actually capitalize that. And then let's do that. Okay, now we need to add in the hyperlinks throughout our email. And this is so cumbersome, but there's not really a whole heck of a lot we can do about it. So let's call it TCA Webinar Reg. We're going to bold this. Oops. Bold that. And then again, here's bullet points. So, oops. We're going to give these bullet points. And then just highlight this, increase your profit. We want people to see that. Less than 5 minutes of work, because that sounds pretty friggin' awesome. Simple mindset shift. And then how about easily add an additional 20%? Okay, so then we're going to finish adding in the URLs. Oops. Okay. Finish cleaning this up. I really wish they'd make this easier, but that's just the way it is. Oops, that one's already highlighted. We're going to go to this one, clean that one up. TCA. And if anybody ever finds an easier way to format their emails inside of GetResponse, please send me a message because I would love to learn. I just think it's just kind of time consuming, but you have to do it as far as I know. So, okay. Then we're going to do, remember, always do a PS because people will read it. They will skim through looking for the special offer or the freebie link or something that pertains to them. So we always want to make sure we include that. By segmenting your list this way and only emailing the people that didn't click the link, what you're doing is you're really making sure that you're taking care of your email list and you're not just mass producing everything for everybody. Because people don't want to get spammed. And if they've already clicked a link or they've signed up for something, and then you email them again the next day asking them to sign up again, it really just makes it look like you don't care and that you're not paying attention to the actions that they're taking. So by doing it this way, yeah, the people who didn't sign up might get a little annoyed, but it's showing that hey, you know, we didn't want you to miss out on this, and it's really giving them another opportunity to have a great free training. So that's why it's so important to segment out your list, and why I just wouldn't send this to everybody and just kind of go, oh, well, I can't track who's registering because it's not my system, but I can track who's clicking the links. And we could also do it reverse. We can take care of our customers who are clicking links. We can, you know, send them an email saying, hey, thanks so much for clicking our link. I hope you enjoyed it, type thing. And it gives your email a little bit of a more personal touch, and people don't feel like such a huge number. Okay, then remember, we got to test everything. We got to make sure all the links work, yada, yada. So we're going to see, send a test message, and then that should come through in just a moment. X out of that. You can see the spam score. What does this look like according to the spam bots? If you see that it says contains an URL listed in the gray list, that's because I use a bit.ly. You can use your own custom link there, but you know, I use bit.ly because this also allows me to track it multiple different ways, because I'm promoting somebody else's webinar. And again, I can't track who's actually registering, but I can track how many times this link is getting clicked, and that gives me an idea of how many people will make it to the webinar and what kind of traction that my marketing efforts are getting. I use this same exact link everywhere. If I'm doing my own launch, I will actually create a link for my different outlets. So email will have a link, social media will have a link, and actually I break it down. Facebook has its own link, Twitter, and that way I can see where my leads are coming from. Okay, so we got the email. Oops, let's go check that out. And we're going to hit next step. And we're going to hit the preview again. And then this gives us a preview of what it's going to look like. We just click the link and make sure that they work. We're good to go. Everything is happening the way that it should. And we're going to schedule it. Right now it's only showing 10 recipients will be receiving this, but that will actually update live as that first email goes out. So we won't need to worry about only 10 people getting that. At least that's what GetResponse tells me we should do. Okay, so you can see in the message summary that this is for February 13th. So we're going to go ahead and schedule that for 5 a.m. Oops. On February 13th. We're going to do some time travel, so it delivers it at the local time, no matter where they are. People are going to get this at 5 in the morning. Some may hate me, some will love me. And then we just hit send, and it's ready to go. So that is, and then you can view your message online. You can go to your newsletters. You can see where they're scheduled, and it tells you right here, scheduled for 5 a.m., scheduled for 5 a.m. So we have 2 that are getting ready to be delivered this week. And that is how you segment your email list according to actions that they have taken. So let me go back here to my screen, and you can see me. Okay, so those were 2 ways to schedule your emails. You can either schedule based on people who didn't take action, or you can schedule based on people who did take action. So it's really personal preference and what your goals of your email campaign is and what you're trying to drive traffic to. So good luck with your GetResponse scheduling, and stay tuned for some more email marketing videos that will cover no matter what system that you use. We're going to talk about some more email marketing in some upcoming videos. For now, please go to mamaownedbusiness.com and sign up for my 10 rebellious ways to grow your business online. And that's for all entrepreneurs, mamas and papas, online and offline businesses. All right, thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time.